And with Obama comparing himself to Lincoln, he's nothing that Lincoln was.
But real quick, Chris Rock has something that he wants to say about that, and I think that we owe it to him because of his celebrity status to listen to him.
I'm excited.
I am just here to support
He's such an
the
idiot.
President of the United
Chris
States.
Rock just makes me want to kill something.
President of the United States.
He had a good
is,
video saying
you know,
like stuff
our
we're
boss.
talking about, but now that
There's
the
also,
spotlight's
you know,
on him
The
directly.
President and the First Lady
You know,
are
I
kind of
better
like the
shut up
mom
and
and the
color.
dad of the country. And when your dad says something, you listen. And when you don't, it usually bites you in the ass later on. So I'm here to support the president.
You know what's gonna.
You hear the guy laughing in the back. It bites you in the ass later on. Barack Obama, just for the record, you are not my daddy. I do not respect you. I respect the office that you hold, but not what you've done with it.
The fathers of our nation are the people that built it from the ground up. James Madison is a father of our country. Like Benjamin Franklin. George Washington is like the first president, the first constitutional president, even though there were ones beforehand. But, you know, if anything, John Hancock was the president, was the governing leader at that point when the Declaration of Independence was signed. He is the father of the nation. He was the one that passed it. You know, Barack Obama is nowhere close. Like, he's that, like, as I was saying earlier, he was like that uncle that, like, lets you, that uncle that, like, your parents invite to the family gatherings just because he's an uncle or something. Like, no, like, we don't like you.
He's the creepy uncle.
Yeah, he's that creepy uncle. You know, Barack Obama has no right to compare himself to anybody that was great in our history because those great people cared about the citizens more so than they do about their own power, and that is the problem. That is a problem.
See, I don't think of him as the creepy uncle. I think of him as that creepy dude who got your sister drunk, hooked up with her, knocked her up, lied to her, told her how great it was going to be, that they're going to get married and have this great life, and then he just took the baby and ran.
Yeah,
and now you're just left with your crying sister.
Yeah, like that sounds pretty. That's pretty accurate too. Like, I mean, there's a lot of analogies that we could put there, but a father he is not.
Yeah. And
a mother, the first lady, is most definitely not.
Well, she is to their own kids, but not to the rest.
Yeah.
of us.
Well, like she,
you know,
like you're going off to a different thing. Like, but the like food things that she put the new meal plans or whatever for public school systems. Like, kids are getting fatter. Like they're becoming more obese because, you know, they're eating less and less in school because they have less portion sizes. And, you know, what are they going to eat at home? They're going to eat the junk food that's available to them.
Yeah, they just go to the vending machines.
Yeah,
and
it's her fault that that obesity is rising because she doesn't understand basic nutrition.
Well, I've read a nutritionist talking about that recently. How the prediction for obesity in America will grow so much, you know, and that's clearly saying they don't know what to do about it, you know.
Yeah.
So why do you keep going to them for the information?
It's not that difficult.
People know what to do for themselves. It's portion control. It's
Yeah.
eating healthier food. It's getting some exercise.
You know, in high school, my junior year, 5 years ago, I weighed 230 pounds. I weigh 170 right now, and the reason that is because, you know, I controlled what I eat and I started exercising. It's not that difficult, you know. Like it's, and like the public school system, like they don't understand that they control, like giving them like pizza rolls every day or something like that, like. But, like, you know, smaller portion, like, that's not going to help them, you know. What's going to help them is, like, a fairly decent portion of, like, a food that, like, the food pyramid or, like, the glycemic, like, whatever.
I also have a problem because everybody's body is different.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has a different rate of metabolism. And I think it's unfair to say, hey, you get this portion just like everybody else, because some people require more, some people don't.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys are standing here back to back in the center of Nebraska. When you say, I'm going to New York, you say, I'm going to Los Angeles. I say, here's a map. Let me just copy it real quick. There you go. There's a map for both of you.
Yeah.
It's not you're not going to the same place.
Yeah.
You know? Right. Everybody should be handled differently.
Like,
a lot of body types.
The same thing with, like, the school system. Like, you can also make the same argument with the school system because, like, you know, it's like having, you have, like, an elephant, a giraffe, and a monkey there, and you're telling them to climb a tree. You know, it's pretty much the same thing because, like, you know, like, it's the same cookie cutter thing for everybody, even though everybody is different and, like, in their own ways of learning.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many problems in like the education. Like there's so many problems with anything that's public.
Yeah, don't get
That's
me
ran by the
started on
government.
public education.
Yeah, like anything that's ran by the government is just it's so ridiculous. Like it bothers me.
I hope someday to find a successful woman so that if we have kids, I can homeschool my kids and save them from the nightmare of public education.
I was homeschooled up until my my junior year of high school. I guess my 4th through 7th grade year, I was at a private Lutheran school, but you know, like I'm pretty sure I turned out fairly well educated because my mom was a fantastic teacher, and you know, like like homeschooling to me was a blessing, and you know, I understand why people like shy away from that because I have seen people that don't learn anything at homeschool and like they turn out bad. But you know, like overall, homeschool is like if you have somebody that's willing to put in the time and effort to teach you stuff, like you learn so much more than you would at like in a day than you would at public school in a year. Like it's ridiculous.
Faux real. And unless you're talking about Central Community College.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no,
we learn boatloads.
I love the school. I was at Kearney for 2 years. I didn't learn a thing. I've learned more in a semester than I did in the 2 years that I was at Kearney, and I thoroughly enjoyed the school because you know the teachers care about you, and I know that this is I'm gonna talk like just quick bit there. Like in universities, all the instructors care about, the professors, all they care about is research money. They don't care about you.
You're a number.
Yeah, like that's all you are to them is a number. You know, like all they care about is you like passing their class and